What's up, Photo Booth family? Welcome to the best Photo Booth podcast, the Photo Booth 101 University podcast. Of course, we have Hans, myself, and we have a special guest, Yakub. Man, really quick for the audience, really quick, just talk about your photo booth journey, your company name, and
Mhm.
just kind of introduce yourself if you don't mind.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for having me. My company name is Ace Photo Booth Rentals, and I've been in business since 2019.
Love it. Yeah, where are you based out of?
We're in South Florida.
South Florida. Perfect. And so I do have some questions I want to ask you, man. You already answered it when you started the business, but why did you start the rental business? And I know we talked a little bit before the
Mhm.
podcast. You're talking about Airbnb, but what about the photo booth business attracted you to it, and like what was the like deciding factor?
Yeah, 100%. It's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it short. In 2017, some people that my friend knew reached out saying, "Hey, we have this photo booth business. Can you run it in?" Because I used to live in St. Louis. Can you run it there, and we'll make you a manager? I was like, "Sure." So I did a couple events for them, and then I hired someone, and then they handled with that attendant, and I left St. Louis. So then in 2018, my other friend reached out saying, "Hey, I have this photo booth that I haven't done anything with it. Do you want to buy it?" And at that time, I was like, "Why not? Sure." I had the money. I was like, "Sure, I'll buy it." So I bought it for like $2,500. That had the printer, the old, booth that had that. It already had the camera, software, Surface Pro. So everything was there. So I just bought it and didn't think much of it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start it because I've already done it a couple times. So then I moved to Florida, and then that's where I formed my LLC in 2019.
Love it, man. So 2018 is roughly when you started, Ace.
Yeah, well, 2019 I started, but I bought the booth in like end of 2018.
Perfect. So when you launched, roughly, man, how many events have you done since you launched?
I would say over 200.
Wow.
Well, just this 6 months I did over 80.
That's
This
awesome.
year.
So it's safe to say the photo booth business is alive, right? And it's doing well.
It's booming. Yep. Thank God.
Yeah, no, because
Yep.
I always see one on our TikTok lives, and you probably see it all the time too, man.
Hmm.
It's the business oversaturated, and it's like the lamest excuse someone can use not to get into the business, man.
Yeah.
Dude, 80 events in the last 6 months? That's wild.
Oh, wait, yeah. I mean, I have a perfect example for that. I tell everyone when they say stuff like that, that if you go like to a different country or even, Mexico, anywhere you go, you'll see like, let's say if there's a toy shop, right? There will be 10 shops straight selling the same thing, but they're all doing business,
Yeah,
right? So that doesn't matter if there's more people doing the same thing, you can still market it. It depends on you of a person and the customer quality that you give, people come to you.
absolutely, man.
So,
Definitely. So yeah, I want to know more too. I've checked your website out. We stalked you a little bit.
mhm.
Tell us about, what types of photo booths rentals you offer, and if you can dive into your prices and packages, because I think it's a lot of people that watch these videos, they're kind of new, right? They're starting off, or
Mhm.
people are just looking to elevate. So do you mind sharing that? What do you
Yeah.
offer and what are your rates?
Yeah, 100%. So I have three photo booths, DSLR, printable photo booth, iPad photo booth, which is digital, and then I also have a 360 photo booth. And prices vary, right? So for digital for like 2 hours now, I started doing just 3 hour minimum because for 2 hour drop off, it doesn't make sense. So for 3 hours, I would charge 399 or 369. Depending if I have more work, I just charge less just to get the event. And for printable, if it's less than 50 people or for 2 hours, it's 399. And then so on, so on. Same with the 360 booth.
Yeah, what's your deposit, like your price at? Are you doing like percentage, or you have a set number?
Well, I just usually do $100 deposit.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Love that. Perfect, man. And then well, actually, I'm kind of curious. What do you do for miles or for travel? Do you have a set rate? Are you charging per time or just mileage?
To be honest, on my website, it does say up to 20 miles, free travel up to 20 miles included. And even if it's over 20 miles, I usually don't charge because I have attendance in like different areas. So that covers it. But if it's, let's say, like over an hour away, I just charge $30 and I'm transparent with them. I tell them right away, hey, I'm gonna be charging $30 for the fee, and that totally goes to that tenant. It doesn't go to me or the company, and then they appreciate that. They're like, thank you for telling us right away.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect segue. You mentioned your employees. I know we had some
Hmm.
questions for you about your
Yeah.
employees and whatnot. So I know Hans wanted to ask you those questions about the attendance and the employees.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Because I've just hired like close friends, family members. I've never actually like, I guess like sat and interviewed anybody, like a proper hiring.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to ask, like, what's the hardest part about having an employee, like, especially giving them the trust that they're representing your company. So what's the hardest part about having an employee?
Well, first, when I get all my employees through Indeed.com, I put an application there, and then they reach out, and I usually take them to the events first, and I analyze and I look, hey, what they're doing, if they're talking to the clients or whatnot, they're happy, they're excited. So I look at these qualities before hiring someone, right? And it's like a testing phase. They come out to the event, I see what they're doing or whatnot, and then we go from there. And I would say hardest part is if somebody, let's say if they have an event tomorrow and they just cancel, right? So then you have to find someone else. That's why you always got to have multiple employees. So if somebody cancels, you can always, get someone in. But usually, for me, it's been great. I haven't had any hard part getting employees or trusting them because I do they sign a contract, and then I have all their information as well, and I treat them like family. So
Hmm.
Cool. Just
mhm.
what So when they contact you on Indeed, obviously, I guess you get like a couple of applications.
Oh, a lot.
What's gonna make them stand out? Like, what are you looking for, like, to hire them? Like, oh, this guy's gonna be a perfect match. Is it because they worked at retail? Is it because they worked in a professional job? Do they have a degree? Like, what are you looking for?
Usually customer service, right? So if they have good customer service experience, I usually use that. And then the age, so from like 20 to 30 is like a good age for the people because they're always excited. They want to work. They're trying to push that ladder to go to the next level. And they already have a job, but then they're looking for like on the weekend job. So I usually look for those people.
Okay, good
Yeah.
tips. I don't know, something I might consider in the future.
No,
But
no, 100%, man. So, what I usually, because currently I work as an engineer as well. So, I mean, I really have a good job, and I have a lot of other businesses like Amazon, drop shipping. I teach people how to do eBay drop shipping and all of that. So, I have experience from there as well. And what I learned from people say if somebody can do 70, 80% of what you're gonna do at that job, you should get them.
Yeah.
okay,
And then it focuses on you to build your company, right? So then I don't have to go to the events. I can focus on marketing, going to the events, taking videos and posting them, all of that.
Yeah. What is like your range for pay for, your photo booth and attendance?
Yeah, so a good question. I usually start off at 15, but then I always raise it after like a couple months. I give like $2 extra. But I pay for the hours they work, an extra hour for the breakdown, and also pay for gas as well. So, and the tips they keep. So usually they're making around $100 an event for like a couple hours, and sometimes they get crazy tips. Like this person gave my attendant $200 tip for working 5 or 6 hour event.
Love it.
So, yeah. So that's the range, 100 you can think of a per event.
Do you guys keep a for your company, like when you're doing the events where there needs to be someone there, are you pro tip jar or against it?
To be honest, I've told my employees to have it, but they never have it. They don't want to put it. I'm like, that's fine. And for corporate events, we don't put tips at all. If it's like a family event or like a wedding, they can, but I don't say no, but usually whenever I went to events where my tenants are working, there's never a tip jar there.
Love it. Perfect segue. Yeah, I mentioned 360. No, I'm sorry, you mentioned the corporate clients. Dude, you do a lot of corporate events. You have a big list of corporate clients.
Yeah.
How are you getting those, if you don't mind? Like, I know there's a lot of people out here like wondering, man, like how is this dude getting so many corporate events?
To be honest, it's all Google. So usually corporate people or their HR goes on Google and they search and whoever comes up. So from there, and then you gotta have good reviews and a good website, good videos. And when they call you, you need to make sure you provide what they're looking for. You're helping them.
Yeah.
So that's why I usually do. Google is like big. Last December I did over 40 events, and most of them were corporate events.
Hmm. Are you charging corporate a little bit more? Uh,
I usually don't do that. I have a lot of people told me, hey, charge different prices for weddings, corporate events, this and that. I usually keep the same rate.
hmm,
So I don't charge extra just because it's corporate.
gotcha, gotcha. Um, Man, a lot of info here, man. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good segue to move forward as like what advice do you have for somebody like starting off? Like let's just say let's just say I just met you and I just found out
Hmm.
photo booths. What advice do you give me?
Don't give up. That's the best advice I can do, because a lot of people start with 360 nowadays, right? It's like a big thing. They start with that, and after a year they give up. They're trying to sell it. So my advice is don't give up. Just keep on doing it. You want to build your company, not just quick cash. So you want to keep it at that rate, and then make sure you have great customer service. So I focus on a really like good customer service, make sure even after the event, I call them, I make sure that they were happy with the event, if there's anything we need to change in the future events. So customers like that, and then they'll give you good reviews as well. I believe over 60 reviews now. Just because of that, I reach out again. I'm like, hey, is there anything we should change? They said, no, you guys were perfect, great. And then we go from there. But yeah, don't give up, have great customer service and a great attitude.
Dude, that's so deep, man. The that question, is there anything we should change? Every photo booth owner I know that is making a lot of money is not
Mhm.
afraid of constructive criticism. The fact
Oh
that
yeah.
the fact that you ask that is super
Mhm.
important. A lot of people are afraid to hear that answer, but it's that answer, that maybe one out of every 50 people you ask, maybe someone has something really positive to tell you that could change your business. So kudos
Exactly.
to you, bro. That's I love that. Um,
Mhm.
so I wanted to ask you, did you just start off with an iPad booth or a DSLR booth? Did you get everything at once? Like
No.
what was the order? Was it iPad, DSLR, then 360 or
So it was DSLR. Like I said, I just bought it and then I started from there. It was a Windows Surface. And actually last year is the year, I mean, last year was the biggest year because I went crazy with the ads and the promotions and all of that. So I started with the DSLR first, then I bought a 360, then I bought another 360. So now I have like 4 or 5 photo booths of different varieties. And then I bought an iPad as well.
So question. So you say you started in 2019 and now you're saying you
Hmm.
have all this equipment.
Hmm.
How long did it take you to get your second equipment, whether it be a 360 or a photo booth?
It was so first 2019, right? And then I just used that one booth for the events.
Mhm.
And I wasn't, because I was focused on a lot of other things. Like I said, I do Amazon, eBay, a lot of different things. So I was focused on that. And then back end of 2021, I was like, I need to focus on this as well now, since the other things are automated, right? So then I started in 2020, end of 2020, I bought a 2022, sorry, I bought a 360 booth. And then in 2023, I bought all the other booths because the business was kept growing, kept growing. I kept hiring people. And sometimes, I mean, this Saturday I have 3 events on the same day, almost same timing as well, right? So you need different kind of photo booths to accommodate that. But yeah, last year was the one. So it took like two years, I would say, for me to actually start. That's why I tell people to never give up, keep trying.
I think it's crazy that you're saying never give up when you went through 2020 because I didn't have a photo booth in 2020 and you went through and you have that mindset of don't give
Dude,
up.
I was doing events with my mask on.
Crazy.
People hired me still in COVID, and I was going in the backyard, with the mask on, and I work as a full time as well. I mean, I have a full time job. I work 9 to 5, and my goal is in life to tell people, because I'm an immigrant, right? I came when I was 14 years old. My whole goal is to tell people they can do so much more than just do 9 to 5 jobs. People come here from like different countries, and they just get a job at a certain place, and then they're like, okay, we're happy with this, we're just getting some money, 9 to 5, we're happy, that's it, that's the life. But they can do so much more in their life. They can have their own businesses. This is the land of opportunity, right? They can have so much more in their life, and that's my goal, to teach people that they can do so much more with their life. Even not just with the photo booth, they can do so much with all other things. There's so many things in America that you can do to make money. But people, if they just put a little bit more hard work on the weekends or after their job, they can do it. I mean, I work, I would say 18, 20 hours a day. You know, after my work, I go on photo booth. So I'm doing it, which I don't need to because I really have a good job, but I still do it to make an example and tell people, hey, you can do so much more. So
Dude.
Heck yeah.
that's the goal.
Yeah, you dude, Hans, 2020 was a weird time for photo booth.
Tough.
Dude, I don't know, Yakub, if you had any like of those drive-by events where your booth was set up and people would drive by, take a photo with the photo booth in their car.
Didn't have those, no.
Oh, dude, yeah. But you guys remember those types of parties, those drive-bys?
Yeah, yeah, those, yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
would just
think I
come in
did
the
four.
car, leave.
Yeah, dude, I think I did four of those events, and it was the weirdest thing ever. So
Sounds
yeah, man.
weird.
Um, but yeah, really quick, I know Hans wants to ask you about the 360, and I did want to ask too. I want to try to absorb as much information from you. Since you are a successful photo booth owner, what are your more popular ways of getting leads? Like, what are your strategies? What's working the best for you, and what's that like?
I would say Google, Google Ads, and then Instagram. Instagram has been really good. Now, I'm posting on TikTok as well, but Instagram has been really good. You can pay and run ads there as well, and target people that have interest in your location. You can target them, and then also Google. So
What's
those
the
are the two biggest things.
what's the ROI like for you? Like, how much money do you got to spend on Google to get a job?
Google is pretty it's pretty expensive, you
Yeah.
know. So but I would say my ROI, I mean, let's say if you spend 500 in a week, you probably can make 2-3 thousand, right? So it's like that.
Yeah, that's pretty common, though, that multiplier.
Yeah,
Um,
but it depends though. You need to exactly learn how to run Google Ads because if you do a mistake and you can pay a lot of money to Google not knowing what to exactly put and how what the conversion rate is. So it's very tricky.
dude, I see ads every single day on Instagram for photo booth companies in like Florida, Tennessee.
Hmm.
And I always take the time to message them like, "Hey, I think you're wasting some money unless you service California." And then the response is always like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." But you're
Yeah.
right, man. I think I blasted through $3,000 when I first started running ads. Ads were being seen everywhere. Some of the keywords
Hmm.
I was paying for were photo booths for sale for my rental business.
Yeah.
But I tell everyone, like, again, just don't quit. And over time we refined it. And every time I throw the ads on, it's always like refined, It takes time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
My ads are running every day actually. So
Love it, man. So yeah, man. Hans, you wanted to ask about his 360?
No, well, I wanted to ask about the whole thing, but yeah, I guess the first question is what software are you using for your 360? Because I love the videos.
touch picks.
Touch picks, got it.
Yeah.
All right, I was like, he doesn't seem like a Luma Booth type of guy. When he goes to the 360, I think you're using Luma Booth for your regular photo booth.
For iPad, yeah. For my DSLR, for Surface Pro, I was using Darkroom.
Mm.
Okay, okay,
Is
yeah.
it?
And what editing software are you using? Like, because
For
I'm seeing that your videos, especially your website videos, the way that like the promo stuff looks, it looks crisp, man. So I just wanted to touch your.
Yeah, 100%. So I use CapCut, and then I also hire people on Fiverr, and then they edit for me as well. And yeah, so basically, I mean, I've been teaching people how to do that as well, my close friends or whatnot, how to start from A to B or from start to finish, how to run the whole photo booth business as well. So yeah, I hire people. I mean, it's like $5-10. They create a video for you, and then I use CapCut as well.
Wow, $5-10 to create such a great video that you could probably use as ads. Do you do that as well or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
My first couple of videos, I got them from Fiverr, and then I promoted it that way. So
Yeah,
I have to look into that.
that's cool, man. Yeah, where did you come up with your business name? Like what is the story behind your photo booth rental name?
So ace is on the card like poker, right? The ace is the top one, right? So that's that. And then A is always capital A, so it's always will come up first on the dictionary that you look. That name will come up as well. And then the logo, I like the logo, so the ace, and then I put the ace photo in the middle, and that's how it started.
Dude, you guys want to hear something really interesting that I I stumbled upon the other day? You know how there's a lot of businesses that are triple A something, like
Mm-hmm.
AAA something, burger or AAA dry cleaning. The reason behind that was back in the day, people were using triple A because people were finding businesses through the yellow pages. So if you're
First thing, yep.
AAA, you're going to show up first in the yellow pages, and that's why we still see those businesses with those names. And then now you have a
Yeah.
bunch of people obviously getting money or getting leads and building their business through Google, and people are typing in coming up with their photo booth names like photo booth rental near you. There's a company called photo booth rental near you because that's
I've seen those.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
interesting, man.
But my thing is, when I created the company, I want to make sure that it's like a legacy, not just quick, rich and leave. So I want to build something where people will remember Ace Photo Booth in South Florida, and they'll always reach out, even if I'm not running ads or whatnot. So the name Photo Booth near you wouldn't
Yeah.
wouldn't work in my case.
You now that you have experience marketing your DSLR, your iPad photo booth, and your 360 booth, is there a strategy that you use to market each one, or do you pretty much follow the same blueprint to market each one, or is there like like oh like all your iPad and your DSLR booths are rented out and for the next month, so you don't really want to run ads for them, you don't really want to market them, but your 360s are sitting. Is there anything that you could do different to market the 360 so you get those out or no?
No, I do the same thing, and I'll tell you guys one thing. I partner with a lot of photo booth companies here in South Florida, and they give me business, right? And even if I'm running ads and I'm booked that day, I can give that booth or that event to someone else as well. So I don't mind, and then they give you like a fee, right, on top of it. So either way, you're making money. So I don't mind. I don't stop running ads. Whenever events I get, I take them and then I pass it on to other photo booth companies here.
Okay.
I got something for you. Maybe we'll make this. We'll see how this goes. You have to marry, date. No, marry. Was it marry, date, kill?
Yeah.
iPad photo booth, DSLR photo booth, 360 photo booth.
You're not gonna like this, man.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We'll
You're
have
not
to end.
gonna like this, man.
Oh,
You
dude.
gotta edit it.
No, man. Just lay it on
You
us, bro.
gotta you gotta edit that part out. So I would marry printable photo booth, DSLR photo booth. That's been the success because that's the one thing I had first, and that's how I started. And to be honest, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have 360 booth or whatnot. And then since I have that, I can accommodate people. And then 360, I would, what was it? I would date, right? Yeah, 360 because it's the new trend. Everybody wants it or not. So I have a couple of them. And then iPad, I would probably kill. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Now, what about you, Hans?
um I would. I don't have a DSLR, so I guess it's just a married date. But I
Or
am planning on getting
if you had
DSLR.
one, if you had one, I you
Well,
you you know how it goes.
yeah. Then I would say probably marry the iPad to digital. I would probably date the DSLR, and then I'd probably kill the 360 just because it's super heavy.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, it is. It is heavy though. I have so for my events, two people go to the 360 events. And they help each other put it in their car or whatnot. I have the 80 centimeter one, which is good because it can fit in any car. So I have that one now. But yeah, you're right, it is heavy.
Interesting. So you have two employees
No, I have
location
a
for
lot
that?
now. I
I
have
mean, for a 360 event, you need two of your employees to do it.
yeah, always
Do they
because of the service too. So
do
I'll
they
tell you why,
stay?
because yeah, they stay the whole time. Yep, yep. So one is by the booth, pressing it or whatnot. They're making sure that people don't jump off because that's a liability too. A lot of people try to jump off right away.
Yeah,
So before that, they make sure they let them know, hey, don't jump off, stay there. So one is there, and then the one is by the sharing station, making sure everybody's getting their photos or videos. So that's like quality and service, right, that we provide.
yeah.
So yeah, always two for 360 events.
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I did have another question for you. It kind of came to my mind, man. You do, speaking to you, I now know you do a lot of other businesses. You got your hand in the
Yeah.
cookie jar, I guess. I guess that's the same. But out of all of the businesses you have going on, where does the photo booth land on for you? And I'm talking not just about income, I'm talking about enjoyment, time, everything. Like, do you have a list? Do you mind giving us a list of ranking of
Yeah.
businesses?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's right now it's the top. I mean, I'm like so invested in it. So it's at the top, it's enjoyment. So I mean, I work from home. So on the weekends, I can go out at the events, talk to people, share ideas. So that's probably in the top. And then I would say eBay, Amazon is the second, and the third Airbnb and all, the list goes on from there.
Interesting. Yeah. So were you saying drop shipping from Amazon to eBay?
No, I dropped. Well, I mean, there's a lot more to it, but yeah, Amazon you can do FBA because they don't like to do drop shipping there. They shut you down. So you can do FBA, FBM. You can find a wholesaler and have those products less price, and then put it under your company, and then charge like $5, $6 more per product and make that profit. And then from eBay, you can find products from different places and put them there from Walmart usually or different places. Yeah.
Love it, man. You're a hustler, bro. You're getting it, man. You're living it.
Well, that's the thing. That's my goal because I came here with nothing, right? So if I can do it, my goal is everybody can do it, and that's what I want to teach people that you can do anything to be successful here.
Love it, man. Sweet. Yeah. Really quick,
Yeah.
where can people follow you? Where can they connect with you?
Yeah, 100%. My Instagram, it's called Kubi Chic, QoobishEikh, and then I'll give it to you so you can put it down below. People can reach out if they have any questions. Like I said, I love to help people achieve their goals.
Awesome, man. Hans? Good.
Uh, no, yeah, that's all the questions I
Any
got.
other questions? Dude, come on. I love answering questions. That's
Oh
my
man,
thing.
no. This is we do a lot of podcasts, and you what I love about this interview is it is straight to the point. This
Hmm.
is literally this we actually gave you probably more questions than we have other guests, and I'm good. We're good, man. So
It's just gem after gem after gem after
we
gem,
call
bro.
it me and
Yeah,
Rex call it value bombs. A lot of value bombs in this one. So you guys make sure to go follow my good friend over down below. I'll put social media accounts and then
hmm,
rent. Are you okay if we put the rental page down there too?
sure.
Sure. Down there, you guys. And as always, Hans's social medias down below. And if you guys want to get started in the photo booth rental business, you already know photobooth101.com. We'll take care of you. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon.